Hey romance readers, Linda here coming back at you with another video today. Finally, sorry I missed last week. Yeah, it was rough last week. I didn't get to do any kind of video that I wanted to post. I was too busy and I didn't get a chance to do it. So I made myself come up here today to do this video because I'm going to have to do an extra video because I don't want to get behind doing videos. So I'm going to have to do an extra one this week. Hopefully I can get that posted. Hope everyone's having a great day today. Happy Tuesday. And we're on the second month in this year, people. We're in February already. January went so fast. Did anybody get anything accomplished in January? I always feel like I need to accomplish something every month, but I don't know what it is, you know. I feel like, what did I, at the end of the month, I always say, what did you get accomplished? And I have no answer for my own self. No answer at all. Nothing but going to work every day. It's a sad situation. I need to write down what I want to get accomplished in a month. Maybe I can do that, but I'm so bad at writing down what I want to do or taking notes. I'll be all over the place, but I'm going to have to figure that out. But anyway, you don't want to hear my sob story. Let's move on. I have 4 books that I want to do a reader's update on today. I have 3 physical books and 1 ebook. The first book is Marrying His Cinderella Countess by Louise Allen. It's a Harlequin historical, a Regency romance. I like Louise Allen writing, so that's why I picked this book up. And this was on Ellie and the Earl of Hanford. And I think his name is Blake. And they meet when her stepbrother gets killed. And Blake comes to the house to let her know that her brother has been killed. Because Blake kind of feels kind of responsible because he knew that Ellie's brother kind of idolized him. Her brother was just trying to dress like him. He just wanted to be him, you know, because he was... He just liked Blake's style, and I guess he just idolized him. And Blake feel like it's kind of his fault, and he ends up at the reading of the will. I don't forget how he ends up there. And when he finds out that her brother has put them in debt because, like I said, he was trying to be just like Blake, buying. Because Ellie and her family, they were like middle class. They weren't like rich. So him out there trying to buy the same kind of clothes that Blake had, just spending money, unnecessary money that he should have been putting back or saving or whatever. So he ends up finding that Ellie's in debt and she got to move out of the house because they didn't own the house. And he just feel kind of responsible for her and he want to help her out, but she's kind of stubborn. She was like, you know, I don't need your help or whatever. But he helps her out anyway. And this is like they just end up falling for each other. It's not what they call it, insta love. It's just that it slowly ends up having feelings for each other because he likes her character. Because in this, they describe her as plain, and she has something wrong with her leg. It just said plain lame Ellie Layton. Something happened with her leg. She got hurt when she was young and it hurt her leg. And so that's how they end up together. He just trying to help her just get through all this stuff that's going on after her brother has been killed. And it's just a little slow burn romance. There's a little bit, I wouldn't say much sexual content in here. It wasn't that bad. I recommend it. Try it out. I give it 3.5 stars. It's not something I want to read again. That's why I gave it 3.5 stars. But it was a good read. I recommend it. Check it out. It's Louise Allen, Marrying His Cinderella Countess, and it's a Harlequin Regency historical. I have another Harlequin historical here, and this is The Gamekeeper's Lady by Anne Lethbridge. And this is book 1 in the Rakes in Disgrace series. This was okay. It was a good read. And I've never read anything by Anne Lethbridge. I'll read some more of her books. Her writing, I liked her writing in here, and I will be picking up some more of her books. And this was on Frederica Bracewell and Robert Montfort. Robert is from a rich family. He's a twin, and his brother is in line to inherit the dukedom. And, you know, like the second brother, he's been getting in trouble a lot, so his daddy disowns him, and that's how he becomes a gamekeeper. And that's where he meets Frederica. He goes and works for her family, and Frederica is like the you know how your parents have passed away and you end up living with relatives and they treat you like the servant really. So she ends up staying with her uncle. Just ends up doing all the work around there. And she's an artist. She draws real good, and her plan is to get out of this family and just save enough money, because she's been selling some of her art on the side without anybody knowing about it, except for this one guy who works there. She's just been trying to save all her money so that she can run away to Paris and become an artist in Paris and take classes in Paris so that she can be a better artist. But she draws real good, and she just meets Robert there. Like I say, he's a gamekeeper, and they end up hooking up together. And before this is over with, she's gonna find out find out some stuff about her parents. And it's just all about them getting together and her finding out what's really going on with her uncle. It's nothing that I want to read again. I'm just going to give it 3.5 stars. And that's The Gamekeeper's Lady and Lethbridge. I hope I pronounced her last name right. And it's #1 in the Rakes and Disgrace series. I think the next book is going to be on his brother, but I didn't want to continue the series. So, and like I gave it 3.5 stars. Next, I have A Harlequin Blaze by Tiffany Reisz. I've been planning on reading something by Tiffany Reisz, and so when I got this, I said, let me check this out. And this is book 1 in Men at Work. I think this Harlequin has like a Men at Work series that has been going on. And I think they just put book 1 on this because Tiffany wrote 3 books in this series. So this is book 1 in her series, in the Men at Work series, with her writing. The first one, and all 3 books is like on like holidays. This one is on Halloween, her Halloween treat. I also gave this 3.5 stars. It was pretty good. This is on Joey Silver and Chris Stephenson. Joey works in Hawaii, and she comes back to the States. She takes a vacation, come back to the States, and she also has a boyfriend. And he also worked for the same company, and but he's mostly stationed in the state, working in the States. And he always, when he had come there on business, him and Joey always hook up, you know, they're going together or whatever. So when she has a leave, she goes back to the States and goes to see her boyfriend, and come to find out he's married. And she's upset. So when she leaves there, she goes home to her parents, or her brother. I don't know if her parents are still alive, but her brother owns a cabin, and she goes and stays there until her time is up, her vacation is up, and that's where she meets Chris. She already know Chris because Chris is a good friend of her brother's, and Chris tell her that he always had a crush on her, and that's how her and Chris hooks up. So it's all about her getting over her boyfriend, and you know, of course, her boyfriend got to show up, and it's just them getting to know each other again and falling in love with each other. And this is Tiffany Reisz, her Halloween treat, #1 in her Men at Work series. It was a good read. I recommend it, and I give it 3.5 stars because it's nothing that I want to read again. But I will continue with this series. Like I said, she got 2 more books. I think the other 2 are dealing with Christmas, the Christmas holiday. So I will check out the other 2 books that she wrote in the Men at Work series. And this is book 1. And the last book I have is on my Kindle here. Let's see, can I get this to come up? And this is Sarina Bowen's Bittersweet. I can never get this to show real good. Let's see. I don't want it to be too much light. Sarina Bowen, Bittersweet. I really enjoyed this one. I gave this 4 stars. This is on, what is his name? Griffin Shipley and Audrey. I think her name is Audrey. I want to move this camera a little bit. Audrey Kidder. And I don't want to really say this is like a second chance romance, because her and Griffin met when they were in college. And they weren't really going together because she had a boyfriend in college, and she finds out that her boyfriend is cheating on her. And she ends up sleeping with Griffin because Griffin liked her anyway. They end up sleeping together a couple of times. And when Griffin goes to call her, you know, he want to take her and, you know, instead of them, you know, hooking up and stuff, he want to actually go out on a date with her. So he calls her, but she never returns his call. So a couple of years later, they meet again because Audrey is a chef. And she worked for this restaurant, and they want her to go to this small town where, you know, a lot of farming and stuff here, because they want to have fresh vegetables and stuff, and use fresh vegetables in their restaurant. And they send her to talk to the farmers there, and that's where she meet Griffin, because Griffin is a farmer in this small town, and he used to be a football player, but he got hurt, no, he didn't get hurt. His dad passed away, so he had to go back and help on the farm, and so he's been running this farm ever since. And that's where he meets Audrey again, and it goes from there, them renewing their relationship and finding out what happened, why they never hooked up when they were actually hooked up while they were, like, you know, actually went out together while they were in college. And I really enjoyed it. It was a good story. I will read this again, so I gave this 4 stars, and it's Bittersweet by Sarina Bowen. If you haven't checked it out, give it a try. I really enjoyed it. If you haven't read any of those, check them out. Let me know what you think about them. But I highly recommend all of these. Like I said, just those other 3 I don't want to read again, but this I will. And you know, I mentioned before, if I really like a book, I will purchase it. So you know what I did? I went on Amazon and I bought the actual physical book. Here it is. And I also love this cover. And I was like, let me get this. And this is book 1 in the True North series. I will be continuing with this series, reading other books in this series. This is my first time reading any book by Sarina Bowen. Sarina Bowen, and I really enjoy her writing style. So I will be continuing the True North series. This is book 1. Highly recommend it. If you haven't tried it, check it out. And let me know if you have tried it. Let me know what you thought. If you tried any of these books, let me know what you thought about them. Did you agree with me on the first 3 books that they were 3.5 stars? And this is a 4-star read for me. All right, that's all I have. I'm going to be reading these 3 next. I didn't finish my TBR for January, so I'm just moving all the books that I had to February. You know, February is Black History Month, so I said, let me read My Passion's Fury by Altonya Washington. And I hope this turned out to be real. This is, how many pages in this book? This is a big book here. Let's see here. Oh, it's 300 something pages, so hopefully I can just read, won't have any hiccups, just read right through it, and it'll be a quick read for me. But that's what I'm reading. That's what I'm reading on next is Passion Fury, Altonya Washington, Expose by Mandy Beck, and Road to Peace. This is number 6 in the Dogs of Fire series by Piper Davenport. So that's all I have for now. Hopefully I can get another video posted this week. But until then, keep reading those romance people. And I'll see ya sometime this week. Fingers crossed. Bye.